I want to show you how to take your styrofoam plate that you've carved and make beautiful prints with them. Hello, my talented artists. If you would like to see more of this kind of content, be sure to subscribe and it will come up on your feed. Printing starts at your table. You're going to get a piece of paper from the bin in the middle of your table, and you are going to write your name every time you make a print. Or also write your secret code in there. You're going to leave your paper at your table with the blank side facing up. And the only thing that you are going to bring to the printing table, the inking table, is your styrofoam plate. At the inking table, you are going to make sure that your brayer, this is a brayer, the elbows are facing up and your thumb is right on top of this little metal doohickey, and you are going to roll out the ink, making a curved line. You can also change direction. The most important thing is that you are lifting your brayer. Then you are going to apply the ink to your plate. Make sure that you go relatively fast because the ink does dry out. It's not like regular paint. When you are done, turn your brayer so that the elbows sit on the table. That way, the roller of the brayer will not make the table messy. Then we're going to carefully hold our plate by the edges and bring it to our table. When we get to our table, keeping our fingers just on the edges, we are going to carefully center our plate over our paper so that we try to have our print in the center. Slowly lower it. I press it with my thumb and then just gently press it. Here's something people forget. You need to turn it over, flip it over. This is the back. My fingers are messy. I can clean them. In the middle of your table, there's little sponges and you can clean them, but you still might get a little ink on your paper. If it's on the back, it's not so bad. I also don't want my fingers to be wet, so I'm gonna use this nice piece of newsprint, this messy paper, to dry them. Now is the important part. I'm going to transfer the ink by rubbing. Hold your plate with an L shape on one hand and make sure you're really rubbing. Find the edges, find the corners. People forget the edges and the corners. And of course the middle. Once you've done one side, do the other side. When we peel the paper off of the plate, that's called pulling a print, because really you're really pulling. Let's see what it looks like. I may not have rubbed it enough. I think I had too much ink on. The trick is to get the just right amount of ink, center your image, and try not to get any smudges on the margins of your paper. So now I'm gonna pull my print. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, very pretty. Yay! The last step is to make sure that you bring your print to the drying rack. And then guess what? You can go back to your table write your name on another piece of paper. Do the whole process again. Make sure that you do not wash your plate in between colors. You can just roll the next color right on top and you'll see you're going to make a variety of beautiful blends of colors. When it's time to clean up, it's important at the end of printing to wash your plate. But all I want you to do is just place your plate into the sink. When it's time to wash, I'm going to pick somebody, a couple people to wash, and you will keep the plates flat against the bottom of the sink because we don't want them to bend and break, and gently just wipe off the ink. The ink is water soluble, and so it's pretty easy to clean. Once you have washed a plate, front and back, you will put it into the bottom 3 shelves of the drying rack because these drip, and if the water drips onto a print, it will ruin it because the ink is water soluble. Have fun making your own prints today.